Hi everybody, Professor Xavia here. I thought I'd take a minute today to talk a little bit about gear. Going into the field, you now have many more options. I was trained as a qualitative researcher back in the dark ages when you went into the field, you took your notebook and you took your tape recorder, which actually used tapes back then. And today there's many more options, much more efficient, much lighter weight, and really cool. So I thought I would spend today talking a little bit about that. I was inspired to try a few new things, which I'll talk about in a minute, because I went to the International Visual Sociology Association conference last summer outside of Paris, and went to a workshop taught by Greg Scott and Molly Merriman, and they were encouraging us to use iPhones and iPads to do some of our taping. So this trip to Armenia with Professor Stella has been, for me, an attempt to kind of branch out and explore using these new technologies. So, getting ready to go, what do you need? All right. So I've laid out everything that I brought in terms of gear. So a lot more than a notebook and a tape recorder, but way more interesting and fun options. So you could tell that took up almost my entire carry-on bag to bring our technology. So I'll start here with the cool new stuff. What I found was that I'm really enjoying using this monopod. So I bought a monopod. Let's see if I can get it here for you. And it has a little strap there. So you can use it as a walking stick too if you're hiking up to the church where St. Gregor was put in the pit, which is part of Armenia, and I used. But the cool thing is that I found an adapter that goes on the top. So on this side I could put my iPhone if I want, but on this side it works with my iPad. I have a mini iPad. And so then it becomes, the monopod is both a monopod, a walking stick, and it also helps to stabilize the image. If you've ever watched footage where it's like jerking around, that's because people are not stabilized as they shoot. So I have the monopod, which has come in really handy, easy to carry, and I can kind of throw it in my messenger bag and it still sticks out one end, but it's lightweight and easy to use. So of course, iPhone, handy. Let's see if I can turn this on for you. And I have found this really cool app called rev.com that will record your audio, and it records for quite a while, and if your phone doesn't have enough space, it puts it in the cloud, and then you can email the file to yourself or whoever you want to transcribe it. It's a transcription service, but the app has been super helpful, so highly recommend that if you want to record audio of your interviews while in the field. Of course, you also need a cover for your iPad or iPhone, so when it's banging around in your messenger bag, it's still there. We have here an extra battery pack if you're out in the field for a long time and need to recharge. You'll notice that I'm kind of a containerizer, and every container is a little different, so I can kind of visually remember what's in each one. My iPod container, this will hold both the adapter on the top of the monopod, as well as this is also a really cool thing I found. So these are memory sticks that you can back up your iPhone or iPad, and then it's a USB on this, so you can easily transfer files to your computer. To back them up, because if you lose your data, you've lost everything, so backup is very important. I learned about this mic at the conference workshop with Greg and Molly, and so I have that fits on the end of my iPhone and or iPad to help if you are in a busy space or noisy place and you need a little extra help with the microphone for the sound. And then of course all your cords, you need to bring your cords for your iPhone to charge. I have found that this is really handy, so I can do my phone and my iPod at the same time. This is for the US, of course, and for this trip I finally splurged all of $10 on Amazon and bought, it has the European adapter on this side and then two different USB options on this side, and that's been really handy here, so you don't have your adapters falling out of the wall because it's stretched so far. Okay, so that's kind of what I have for the digital iPhone, iPad shooting. Okay, and then I also brought some extras. Let's see here. Just a little bling. Sometimes it's nice to give your participants a little something. This is what we have at the University of Houston. We have a memory stick, phone, pad. But I also, it's handy to have a memory stick. I always bring a memory stick with me when I travel. Of course, my fancy little iPhone backup would also work as a memory stick, but it comes in handy if you're trying to transfer files that are too big or whatever. It's just always handy to have something like that. And then I have memory cards that go with the SLR camera that I brought, that I'll show you in a minute, that shoots both video and still. Your memory card reader to transfer your data from the memory card to your computer. Of course, there's the computer, reading glasses that I need, maybe you don't, and of course remember the cord. I went to a meeting once and forgot that. That's kind of a problem because then you can only use your computer for so many hours and it's gone. So computer important to download. You want to put everything you can in the cloud. If not, if you don't have access to the cloud, then you want to back up to as many sources so that you have everything possible. Okay, so a little bit older technology, but more important in terms of if you are shooting because you want to have video that you can actually put on television or a higher, more professional broadcast, you'll need a nice SLR. This is a Mark II, so it's not the newest, but it works wonderful and it will shoot both still and video. So you have one camera that's kind of heavy, but you can carry it with you and you can have both options with you. I of course also bring the book because I don't shoot often enough to remember exactly how all the settings work. Here also is a wonderful low pro gear bag, so it will hold the camera and everything you need to go with your DSL. Important to bring a way to charge your battery. These cameras don't last forever. You do have to recharge the battery, and if you have an extra battery, you would definitely want to put that in your bag. Again, I'm containerizing, so you can see that we have a number of other options here. The silver bag, I keep the microphone set that is wired, so you plug it into your camera, and then one wire goes for you as the interviewer and one wire to your interviewee or your subject. Here in the pink bag I have my wonderful Sony wireless mic set, which I've used for years, and it's really fabulous. I use it for my go-along interviews where I'm just following someone through their daily life and learning how they accomplish their tasks. It's been really wonderful. Don't forget to bring batteries. They all take batteries and you'll need that. I've also brought there in the plastic bag, not so cute containerized, but nonetheless, is a remote shutter release for the DSL. So if you want to put everything up on tripod and then shoot with the remote, that works too, if you need to have the camera closer to the subject than you are. The other thing we have is a regular tripod. So, it sets up just, and it's full length. We've just got it compressed. We bought a special one for this trip that fit in our carry-on and was lightweight. Comes with its own carry-on bag, but alas, it broke the second time we tried to use it. So highly recommend that you have a tripod, but maybe you want to buy a better one. So this is what gear going into the field looks like now. I'm really happy using the iPhone, iPod, and the monopod. So next trip, I might be brave enough to only bring that. So this is Professor Xavia, a little look at gear for the field, and hope this was helpful and inspires you to try some field work. All right, till next time, bye.